G'day and welcome to another edition of Hef's Beer Reviews. Today we're reviewing this beer here, the world famous, or perhaps for some people infamous, Stella Artois. Hang on. Belgium Brewing Experience, made in Australia. Well, I guess this calls for a blind tasting. Here we have Stella brewed in Australia, under licence, and here we have the original Stella. This one brewed in Belgium. The Australian version, 4.8% ABV. Brewed in Belgium, 5% ABV, both in the 330ml famous green glass bottle. All right, we'll get Mrs. Hef to come in off camera, do the pour. We've got two identical Pilsner glasses here, and then we'll come back and we'll see if we can tell the difference. See you in a moment. Okay, we're back. As you can see, here are the two beers. We've just got a little bit of condensation forming on the glasses there. Of course, the beer's nice and cold. All right, let's have a look. Both a clear golden colour. This one here has just under a finger of bright white head. This one here, we've got less than that. Carbonation wise, they both look quite similar. Let's go in for the aroma. Interestingly, I'm getting a little bit more out of this one here. There is a faint malt aroma, but there's also a little bit of spicy herbal aroma coming through from the hops. This one here, it's similar, but it's kind of more of a rounded aroma, if that makes sense. Whereas this one, there's a really distinct difference between the malt and the hops. Interesting. All right, let's go in. We'll have this one first. Cheers. I must say, Stella is not a beer that I have drunk frequently. It's probably not even a beer that I've drunk infrequently, to be honest. It's a rarity. Couldn't tell you the last time I had one. Australian brewed or Belgian brewed. A little bit of lacing there on the glass. It smells better than it tastes. It's not that it tastes bad, it just doesn't have much flavour. Light malt. Not getting much of the hop coming through in the flavour, which is disappointing. Finish. It's a drying finish, I guess. It's not particularly dry. It's light in terms of body, I would say. Let's see if this one's any different. More of the hop in this one. Tastes a bit cleaner too, actually. I mean, the body's similar. Little bit of faint malt. Nicer aftertaste. Possibly slightly less carbonation. Let's try this one again. Yeah, this one's a little bit more carbonated. Now that I come back to this one, it's almost getting towards being a little bit on the watery side, actually, at least compared to this one. Yeah, a little bit more body in this one. It's a more rounded flavour. There's more of it. It's not particularly flavoursome, don't get me wrong, but it's got more than this one. Most noticeable in terms of the hops. Neither of them are great beers, but I'm going to say that this one is this one, the Belgium Brewing Expertise. SARS hops, pure malt, but brewed in Australia. And I'm going to say that this one over here, and this is what you're looking for, the imported sticker, and it also says on the original label, imported lager beer, Belgium. All right, let's have a look. So this one here, A for Australian. This one here, B for Belgium. Now, if you haven't watched one of these before, look, what I've got is the folded piece of paper, but it's sitting underneath the coaster with the glass on top. I know it's off camera. Have to take my word for it, I'm afraid. So there you go. The Belgian version is a better beer, in my opinion. I'd be more likely to drink it than the Australian version. But I'm not a huge fan of either of them, which is probably why I so rarely drink this. Neither of them are skunked, which is a plus, despite the green bottle. As with a lot of foreign beers in Australia these days, it's quite hard to come by. The imported version, I was lucky enough to have this one donated to me, courtesy again of Boydo from Beers with Boydo. Thanks, mate. If you haven't checked out his channel, give it a look. His channel's going gangbusters at the moment, doing lots of really good pub crawl location type videos that are proving to be very popular. Very generous of you, mate, to donate that one to the channel. If I had to give them a score, wow, let's have one more sip. Look, and as I'm doing this, I don't know the price point. I did buy this one, but I can't remember, I'm sorry, how much I paid. It's not going to take you long to look it up. I'm assuming it was probably, only bought a single, was probably around $6. Yeah, it's not bad, but God, there's better beers out there. It's somewhere in the 2 to 2.5 range for me, and this one, it's better. It's better, but I still don't love it. This one's probably around 3 out of 5. So, interestingly, and I guess somewhat surprisingly for me, the difference between the two is not as great, in my opinion, as some of the other ones that I have done on the channel. But yep, still definitely not the same beer. There is a difference, and once again, the imported version, surprise, surprise, is the better beer. We'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on Hef's Beer Reviews.